Started feeling so much better when I started eating clean. It changed my life. Alright, so the biblical health plan is to eat clean animals for food, right? If it has a split hoof completely divided and it chews the cud, kind of like the cow or the goat, amongst the beasts, that you do eat. So this is good to eat. Good stuff like that.
Animals that chew the cud and have a divided hoof are really dense in copper more than any other food in the world for the most part. That's why you hear about the lamb in the Bible multiple times, because lamb is so good for your health, and the goat is just another level. Have enough goat milk for your entire home, Proverbs 27:27.
All right, let's move on to the fish. Basically, you're gonna be able to eat any fish that has scales. Make sure that the fish has scales and you're gonna be able to eat it.
So that's gonna be like cod, tuna has scales, I believe, and then salmon. That's really all I'll eat for the most part. If you can find one, go ahead and do it, but just know that cod is really gonna be key next to salmon.
All right, we can't be eating any vultures, any eagles, any ravens, any kind of seagull or nighthawk or ostrich. All of these stuff we aren't supposed to eat. No pelicans, no white owls, no owls at all. There's actually some clean insects that you can eat as well. So you can eat of every flying insect that creeps on all fours, those which have joined legs above their feet with which to leap on the earth. These are them which you can eat. The locust after its kind, and the destroying locust after its kind, and the cricket after its kind, and the grasshopper after all of its kind. So that's the story of John the Baptist, but pretty much stay away from all the other ones. Don't even touch them. And remember, you don't want to cook anything with blood still in it. This is part of the covenant, is to basically cook or let the blood leave the body before you eat that meat, right? No being amongst you eats blood, nor does any stranger who sojourns amongst you eat blood. So we have to do this correctly and always cook your food thoroughly. And try to remove the fat. We don't really want to be eating too much excess fat, like that white stuff that hangs out on the side skirt of the steak. We kind of just want to get rid of that and go for the main part of the steak, because that fat is very difficult to digest properly. It has its benefits, but don't do that too often at least, or just try to remove it altogether and go for the thick cuts of the steak. Remember, if we guard these laws, which really just are instructions or right rulings on how to live, prayer and fasting, it helps to balance out the blood glucose, right? And it also helps to heal the red and the white blood cell count. It balances it all out. So fast 12 to 24 hours a day as well. No more than 14 hours a day if you're a woman.
After you start following these protocols, your body's gonna become fat adapted. It's gonna start to produce ketones, which equals autophagy, which equals cellular regeneration, which equals basically a new heart. And you're able to almost feel like you're reborn again with a brand new body, and you really barely age, if at all. That's the promise. That's the covenant of life, right? It's also a covenant of salt that will last forever, Numbers 18:19, and salt every offering, Leviticus 2:13. You need 5 to 10 grams of organic sea salt a day. Salt every offering. Don't you let that salt suffer from your sacrifices, from your oblations, from your meals, from your offerings. So this is why we made you guys a Bible health book. When I figured out, or when I started to understand I should put the salt covenant a few years ago, I was just changed my life, and it helped to put me where I'm at, and it helped to establish me here today. So I hope it will do the same for you. But other than that, y'all have a great day. Shalom.